Walk with me.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Those of you on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook platforms. I am T. Clay.
Walk with me.
We're in the 26th chapter of the book of Jubilees. The book of Jubilees, the 26th chapter. Let's pray. Oh, most holy God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that spirit that moved upon the water. Some call you Tata and Zambi. Some call you Sanini Nanini. Some call you Yahweh, Yahuwah. Some call you Yahweh and Hey, many names out of many languages and many understandings. We thank you for all that you've done. We give you the glory and the praise for your mercy and your favor toward those who would obey your commandments, statutes, ordinances, and law. We thank you for those things. Yes, you are our governor. You are our president. You are our king. Yes, even you, and there's no one beside you. Yes, you have subjects with you. You have those whom you've delegated authority to do your biddings, and we thank you for all things that you have done. Yes, yes, yes. Teach us to walk, prick us to walk according to your order, according to your way, according to as you see. And we thank you, and we give you the glory and the praise. Yes. And also, we thank God for those of you that have been with me reading this here from Revelation even unto now, the book of Jubilee. We've been reading through the law, Revelation, and then we went into the laws, and then we began to go into the book of Enoch, and then now we're in the book of Jubilees, and some of you remember and you know, and I thank God for you. And the fact is, those of you that have came in the middle and you're catching up, you're watching these things. I see how you're watching when I go into my archives or, in that part, the bio or whatever. I see those things. And those of you that have just joined, we thank God for you. And those of you that are about to come, subscribe. And those of you that follow, we thank God for you, and you. Yes, yes, we're in the 26th chapter of Jubilees. The 26th chapter of Jubilees. Yes, and it reads, in the 7th year of this week, Issachar called Esau, his elder son, and said unto him, I am old, my son, and behold, my eyes are dim in seeing, and I know not the day of my death. Now, take my hunting weapon, thy quiver, and thy bow, and go out to the field and hunt, and catch me venison, my son, and make me savory meat, such as my soul loveth, and bring it to me, that I might eat, and my soul might bless thee before I die. Yes, 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 yes. Now, apparently he didn't know of the deal that Esau made. Apparently he did not know, according to this, he did not know what Esau had did. Apparently Jacob, neither or Rebekah, or even his grandfather Abraham did not tell him what Esau had did, the foolishness of Esau, and how that he despised even the blessing of coming out the womb. See, both of them came out because one, I believe, caught hold of one's heel, if I'm correct. But either way, the fact is he despised the blessing, and that he, instead of putting, I'm going to my mama. She's gonna fix me some food. That's all he had to do. If you don't want to give it to me, mama, give it to me, or I'll find some food somewhere. Now, apparently he wasn't that far from home. But apparently there is something that God had brewed in this whole ordeal. The younger shall serve the older. This is what he was talking about here. Let's get going. But Rebekah heard Isaac speaking to Esau. And Esau went forth early to the field to hunt and catch and bring home to his father. And Rebekah called Jacob, her son, and said unto him, Behold, I heard Issachar, even Isaac thy father, speak unto Esau thy brother, saying, Hunt for me, and make me savory meat, and bring it to me, that I might eat and bless thee before I die. Yes. And now, my son, obey my voice. Listen to me. Let me tell you something. Let me put you up on game, is what she was saying to her son. 63-year-old man at that time, I believe. But anyway, if you go back into the verse 20, 5, you'll find out that he was 63 years old. And his brother Esau had antagonized him because of, he told his mother about it, how he had antagonized him about this birthright. And now, my son, in verse 6, obey my voice in that which I command thee. Did she actually say command me or ask of thee? You got translators here. Now go to thy flock and fetch me 2 good kids of the goats, and I will make them savory meat for thy father. Now, a goat is like when you cook venison or deer meat, and a goat is sort of like stringy meat like the goat. It depends on how long you boil it. A goat will just fall apart if you boil it, seethe it, or whatever they call it here in the Old English. And you can make it just about, it's pretty much comparable to deer meat. I mean, to goat meat. Yes, it is. But goat meat is more tender. Yes, it is. And I will make them savory meat for thy father, such as he loveth, and thou shalt bring it to thy father, that he might eat and bless thee before before he die, that thou mayest be blessed. Verse 7. And Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, Mother, I shall not withhold anything which my father would eat, and which would please him. Because his father's dying. He knows that. His father's on his bed. He's weak. He can't see, and, many things are happening. Only I fear, my mother, that he will recognize my voice, and which to touch me. See, he can't see, he can hear, but the only way he can tell is just he knows that his oldest son is more hairier than his youngest son. In verse 8, and thou knowest that I am smooth. And not that he didn't have any hair on him, it's just the fact that he was more smoother. He was smooth. He wasn't bare. He wasn't like one of those bear-skinned cats or a Mexican hairless dog. No. And Esau, my brother, is hairy, and I shall appear before his eyes as an evildoer, and shall do a deed which he had not commanded me, because he knew the power of his father's blessing and the power of his father's curses. Even what the Most High said, I will bless thee. I will bless those that you bless will be blessed, and those that you curse will be cursed. Let's put it that way. And he will be wroth with me, and I shall bring upon myself a curse and not a blessing. That's what I'm saying, yes. And Rebekah, his mother, said unto him, Upon me be thy cursed, my son. And now she made an oath. Now, according to the law of Moses, that the woman, if she's married to a man, the law, if she makes an oath and her husband hears it, he can not say nothing, or he can say no. It won't stand. This is the power of the Father before the Most High. See, some of you don't get it. The power of the Father is very powerful before the Most High, because life does come from the Father. Life enters through insemination to the mother. Then it becomes like a butterfly. It dies and it becomes a human. Okay? Now, only obey my voice, she asked. And verse 10, and Jacob obeyed the voice of Rebekah, his mother, and went and fetched 2 good fat kids of the goats, and brought them to his mother, and his mother made them savory meat such as he loved. Something about those women. They know a man. They know their husband, especially their husbands. Those who, are dedicated to their household, those who just love who they have, and they understand his ambiguity, they understand his fears, his likes, everything. I mean, over time, you're going to learn these things. And a man, he'll learn things about his wife, but many of us men, she's just a woman. Sometimes we just go about our business and do what we're going to do. But either way, that woman knows that man. She knows when he gets up at night and lays down, or whatever he does. It's just this thing that happens within that relationship. And so in verse 11, Rebekah took the godly raiment of Esau, her elder son, which was with her in the house, and she clothed Jacob, her younger son, with him, and she put the skins of the kids upon his hands and on the exposed parts of his neck, and she gave the meat and the bread which she had prepared into the hand of her son Jacob. And Jacob went into his father and said, I am thy son. I have done according to as thou badest me. Arise and sit and eat of that which I have caught, my father, that my soul may bless, thy soul may bless me. And Isaac, even Isaac, said unto his son, how hast thou found quickly, my son? Now, you got to remember, he can't see, but he can feel and he can hear. Okay, he can see vaguely. He cannot hardly see, and they're his sons. So they're going to resemble each other in some form or another. And Isaac said unto him, come near, that I might feel thee, my son, if thou art my son Esau or not. And when Jacob came near to Isaac his father, he felt him and said, the voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. And he discerned him not, because it was dispensation from heaven. Now this was allotted from heaven that Esau should not see, and that he should not have the right judgment in this area. To remove his power of perception. You see what I'm saying? He did not perceive. See, God was in this thing. The Most High was in this thing. He sent an angel or a messenger or whatever you want to call it, spirit, to do this. Yes. For his hands were hairy as his brother Esau, so that he blessed him. See, this is more detailed than what it is in the 33 books. And he said in verse 19, thou art my son Esau. And he said, I am thy son, he said. No, he was lying. Yes, he was lying. Bring near to me, that I might eat of that which has caught, my son, that my soul might bless thee. Did he sin by lying? You have to realize bearing false witness and lying is two different things. Now, he bared false witness not to harm or hurt anyone, but for his good and to, in other words, it was edification to keep things from going. Did God cause him to be punished because of what he said, or of the falseness that he said? He did not bear false witness against anyone but himself. Now, he says, now he brought near to him, and he did eat, and he brought him wine, and he drank. Verse 21, and Isaac his father said unto him, come near and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him. And he smelled the smell of his raiment, and he blessed him and said, behold, the smell of my son is as the smell of a full field which the I am have blessed. Now he smelled it, and may the I am give thee the dew of heaven. In other words, the rain, that which nourishes that which comes up in your garden or your fields or your crops, and the dew of earth, and plenty of corn and oil, and let the nations serve thee. Now, this is going to happen. So you say, well, where has the nation served thee? Now, Solomon was a glimpse of where the nation served Jacob. But now Jacob is going to be blessed. That remnant seed. This was the whole thing all along. Some of you don't get it. This is why you should always cleave tightly to the Most High. Don't worry about those who don't believe. Don't worry about those who say they the Christ or this here or that there. But those who keep the commandments, statutes, and ordinances and laws of the Most High, these are the ones that shall inherit this rest. They shall inherit this rest, and this rest is for a time to come. Now, the nation shall serve this remnant, and Jacob's going to be. Oh, my, all praises. Yes. And the people bow down to thee. I'm just talking about men. I'm not talking about the women. The women are going to be there. And the people bow down to thee. Verse 24. Be owner over thy brethren. In other words, he said, you're going to be over your brethren. You're going to be the owner. You're going to be the leader. And let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. And may all the blessings wherewith the I am. He's even talking about Esau. Let them bow. Esau is going to bow to these remnant of Jacob. See, what you see here is Jacob going wow. But now it's coming to the culmination where Jacob is discovering the laws, commandments, statutes, and ordinances of the Most High. Don't worry about the pagans. Don't worry about all these people that they say and they come up with all. God will send strong delusions, even the delusion of the New Testament, in which they have taken away and added to in order to establish the whore of Revelation. Come on here. Now, he said, and may all the blessings wherewith the I am have blessed me and Abram thy father be imparted to thee and to thy seed forever. Cursed be he that cursed thee, and blessed be he that blessed thee. And it came to pass as soon as Isaac made an end of the blessing of his son Jacob, Jacob had gone forth from Isaac his father, and he hid himself, and Esau his brother came in from hunting. Yes, he came in from hunting. In other words, he thought that he was going to get all this back because his father did not know, apparently, did not know what had happened. He thought he was going to get it all back, but God was with Jacob in all of this, through his mother and through his grandfather. All of this. This is details. And you can understand why they call it the Septuagint, those 33 books. It does not tell you everything in order that they might get to the point where they present to you the vicar of the Christ, even the whore of Revelation. Now, with that, we're going to say, honor your father. Honor your father. If your father's good, he's working and all doing the things that he should do, don't listen to your mother and what she says. Honor your father. Your father has powers you don't even know. Your father has powers that you can't even fathom. And when you become a father, young man or older man, you're going to see the power you have over your children, your words, everything you say. Do not put your children down. Do not despise your children, but you correct them and teach them as you see fit. And with this thing here, God will bless you. And you can bless your children according to as you have observed them over the years. And woman, honor your husband. That's what God tells you. Respect your husband. Honor your husband. Yes, because there's something in him that you do not know of. Science have discovered it, but you don't know it. Yes, and men, be faithful to your wives. And with that, we're going to say, peace.
Walk with me.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. No matter how life goes, one thing I know, the Most I never fail.